when I meet the people and I'm around, it's like I don't even gotta be around the people. You can look on the other side of the room. Them motherfuckers is having fun.
Right.
Look behind you. Them motherfuckers over there is having fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you come down, that shit is booming right there. But once you too high up and you focus on just the black and white of this shit, the legalization of it, come on down here to where we at, bro.
What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast. Are you smoking with Big J?
And Serpo Jr., make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that notification bell, and then go on and tell a friend.
Please believe, make sure you do that. And we want to thank everybody that tap in and tune in with us. We definitely appreciate y'all. Keep tapping in with us. Spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. You know what I'm talking about? Before we get into the show, you know, we always do the Best Way to Smoke tip. Serpo Jr., what's the tip, man?
Man, this tip is coming from my wifey, man. Shouts out to my wifey.
Shout out to Cuzzo.
Never low, because it'll never be another low like that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, the tip is it's to the stoner couples out there. You know what I'm saying? Married, dating, whatever it may be. She say stop smoking in the bed. Especially if you got them nice, you know what I'm saying, the nice comforters and you got the nice little sheets, whatever it is.
Right.
Stop smoking in the bed because you're gonna drop some ashes. You know what I'm saying? Lord forbid a piece of the cherry drop and just like sizzle through the blanket, the comfort or whatever.
Yeah, throw it all off, huh?
You know what I'm saying? So stop smoking in the bed because once shit like that happen, me being a man, I'm like, see, baby, that's why I ain't smoking with you women. It's your fault. No, but shouts out to wifey, man.
Shout out Cuzzo.
Stop smoking in the bed, couples. Stop smoking in the bed.
And that's a good tip, man, because a lot of people, you know, when you smoking in the bed, you might get too relaxed too, though.
Really?
You feel me? So
really,
they can get too relaxed. Nigga might fall asleep sometime with that motherfucker in his hand, though. But that's a good one, cuz
oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Stop smoking in the bed. You know what I mean? I can't even do it because wifey she don't blow.
Huh.
She eat the edibles and shit, though. You know what I'm saying?
You can't exchange edibles in the bed, though.
Facts. Facts. You can do that with the edibles, though. But look, man, you know, we want to talk about this rescheduling shit that everybody is fucking talking about right now. It's like an uproar for the good and the bad, you know what I'm saying, that could come with rescheduling of the cannabis. And they want to reschedule it to a Schedule 1. I mean, from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug, which is medicine, though. You feel me? So, you know, how I'm looking at this shit, though, is like, and how a lot of people was looking at it is, you know, it's in the DEA hands. They have all control of, you know, the rescheduling it. But it's a lot of government officials, a lot of people that want to see it reclassified. Because a lot of people feel like it'll open up resources for more research into it. You know what I mean? That's a pro.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Counts all this shit. Like remember like a little while back, you know what I'm saying, we was chopping it up about cannabis being a superfood.
Excuse me. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The nutrients and all of this good stuff that you get, you know what I'm saying, which like all of that information is great. You know what I'm saying? It's good to know. And it's like, but once you actually implement that shit, like now, you know what I'm saying? You putting it into like the FDA hands. Now you got to go through federal, your state shit. Now you got to go through FDA to get certain things approved, this, that, and the other. Yep. That's why I was saying then, like, nah, I don't think it should be considered a superfood. Whether you get the nutrients or whatever.
Right.
But it's like now, all right, we on the flip side of it. We want to take this from off of Schedule 1 and bring it down to Schedule 3. That's like what they say is with the less than 90 milligrams or
like the Tylenol 3s and
you know what I'm saying?
Shit like that.
Which is still like shit that gets you little wavy, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
FDA gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get approved by the FDA for this to be like put on shelves, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it does have its pros and it does have them cons. But like, is the pros that good to where it's like, fuck the cons?
All right, before we get that far, like here's another pro. They saying that if they reschedule it to another level 3, okay, it will open up as far as for research and different aspects of the cannabis plant. It'll open up it'll create so many job opportunities.
But what about like now, the state of cannabis now? I'm not like wavy right now, so I don't know just straight off the top of my head. But don't
Right.
they have programs to where it's like UCLA being one of them that has, you know what I'm saying, like the access to do extensive research on it now, right?
Right.
So why is it going to change to get like what more doors do you need open to find to do research?
I think because it's a lot of maybe research companies or companies that's hesitant to explore it. You know what I'm saying? In the state that it's in now, though, it's a lot that's being more open to doing it, but then it's still something that's not like, you know what, we don't even want to touch that shit right now. Which I think they wrong. They should jump on board. You feel me?
They doing the research, you know what I'm saying, through the wrong motherfuckers. You got to come out, talk to people like us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go to like, you know what I'm saying, the little sessions we went
On
to
the
last
real.
night. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out to these festivals, these the CanaCon, like the expos and shit like that
To
to
learn
actually
about it.
really get into the know of it. You're not finna know shit if you're sitting behind a desk clicking a button on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Google searching and shit.
Mm-hmm. I think as far as like with the job creation, I think that's a pro for sure. Okay, to create
But
create
AI gonna
jobs.
take over that.
It's certain aspects where AI could come in, you know what I mean, and do different shit though. But just even with it's a lot of mites though. That's what I'm kind of taking from it as far as what they saying if they reschedule. It's not like it's a definite, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. It's like, okay, we might, get more scientific research on this. We might, you know what I'm saying, have more job creation on this. We might, you know what I'm saying, be able to, like the Safe Bacon Act. That's a big thing.
What is the Safe Bacon Act?
The Safe Bacon Act is like to where you'll be able to
banking.
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 Yeah, banking. A cannabis
Okay,
business
yeah,
will be a cannabis business will be able to use the banks.
Mm-hmm.
Deposits and use the banks.
That's a major plus.
Man, it is a major plus though. But I think like this though, in the state that is in, like how you kind of stated a little bit, I think shit, man, the way it is, if they just gave the states regulation over it, and then they said, okay, we in them states that's legal, the feds say, okay, we gonna stay out the shit.
Mm.
You
That's
know what I'm
kind of
saying?
that was my impression of like the state of cannabis now.
Right? No, but that's not how it is though.
Like certain states, like
feds could still come in there and get and do
if
it
you hit a
they
certain
want.
amount, right? If you go over a certain amount,
It's how they did the Jungle Boys a few months ago.
Yeah.
All legal, all whatever, you know what I'm saying? They paperwork got delayed or whatever the mishap was with their paperwork. And what happened? The feds came in and took all their product, took hundreds of thousands of dollars of money from them.
Yeah, see, like now, it'll probably be cool on that level. You know what I'm saying? If you in the cannabis industry as far as like dealing with the flower and shit like that, because that's what they seem like they want to crack down on, just the flower aspect of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
With
so
the Delta 9.
Yeah, it'll help that right there. Cause motherfuckers, you can properly grow your shit. You know what I'm saying? You can properly distribute your shit.
Yeah.
You can properly put it out to the public. You know what I'm saying? That's a plus for it. You know what I'm saying? But at the cost of what?
Yeah. At the cost of having, I think, of having other entities being able to regulate the shit. Oh, for instance, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. If it's brought down to that level, to Schedule 3, they can regulate the shit though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can only do so much of this. And then it comes to a point now to where, like how we talked a while back about the THC levels and shit like that.
I was just gonna say that.
You know what I'm saying? Now here, here we go. Now they can able to say, okay, nah, this weed is too strong. So, we gonna lower the levels. Everything in California got to be at a 10% THC level.
Do you think weed is too strong though? Like compared to like 20, 30 years ago?
I ain't gonna say it's too strong because I love it, but I can say it is strong. Compared to the shit back in the days. If you think about it, back in the days coming up, we had the Stress, Arizona. My era, our era, and shit like that. You was a little bit behind me, but our era, you know what I'm saying? We had the Stress, the Arizona, the Chronic. You know what I'm saying? And then I wasn't really into the Thai bud. That was a little bit before me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you had all that different stuff, but it wasn't leveled up like that. The Chronic was fire though, beautiful and fire.
That's
But
even like nowadays though. It's like if you know somebody, you'll come across a bomb ass strain, but you gotta know that you gotta know to know.
Right.
Somebody that knows somebody. Back when though, you don't think people like, you know what I'm saying? It was around a time like, all right, yeah, we got Chronic, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. It's gonna be out there. But like to get to that exotic level, you don't think like if you know somebody that like, you know what I'm saying, got this type of growth? Because it's like this new growth shit ain't just pop out of nowhere.
no, hell no. Hell
You know what
no.
I'm saying? So they like if you knew like back then, there's certain stories that you can talk to certain, you know what I'm saying, like OG
and they
bud
had
heads.
that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That had some exotic shit back when.
Facts.
It was very rare though.
Yeah.
And that rarity meaning like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know
like the White Widow, how that shit back in the days, that was around. And that was like, motherfuckers wasn't calling it exotic.
Nope.
But that was like a rare find,
you know
though.
What I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get some of that White Widow. Though,
yep. And then when the purple Kush, the Granddaddy Purple and all that shit came on. Not the Purple Kush, but the Granddaddy Purple.
So it's like I think that shit like the too strong, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like motherfuckers trying to have ulterior motives, yes.
Yeah.
And what I mean by the ulterior motives, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the strong shit is coming from motherfuckers lacing it. Even like you got the fentanyl problem now.
Right.
Even before the fentanyl problem, you know what I'm saying? It was whispers out there like motherfuckers would spray their shit with some roach spray or something. You know what I'm saying? Something to where it's like a motherfucker gonna be like, get a certain type of, and then want to come back for some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's where this too strong shit come in and like fuck some shit up.
Yeah, and I think they mixing that too, with the fentanyl, with saying like with weed with the fentanyl and shit like that though, how people is just doing too much, man, and I think for some people nowadays, like if you think about like an old school motherfucker though, that old school person that was used to smoking on some stress or something, or maybe hit some chronic from time to time, and you fast forward it. I know older people that be like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. That shit too strong, man. I got like with some of the shit I be having and shit though. It's some people that be like, shit, man, that shit's strong. But it's a lot. It's more people that be like, that shit's strong. Give me that.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Cuzzo though, because Big Cuzzo be like, nah, I want that light.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Man, oh yeah.
Like, oh, that's that good. You like, I'ma hit it light.
I'ma hit it lightly. Yeah, that nigga Damien. Shouts
out to Big Cuzzo, man.
Mm-hmm. But just in the realm of like I said, with the rescheduling and with the mics, with a whole bunch of mics and shit though, especially with the banking, I think even it's even businesses that's not selling cannabis, that's not actually selling cannabis, that's in the industry that might be providing products or different things that can't effectively get a business account. You know what I'm saying? Or be able to deposit their money in.
That's the plus.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's related to cannabis and shit like that. It's only so much you can disguise, and then if you go into it like that in trying to get a business account, and then you say you go try to get a loan, then now they ask you more questions about your business, So now you got to put more information about your business, and it'll make them want to dig a little deeper into what you got going, and then they might come and say, we shutting down this business account. Sorry, Mr. Jefferson, you can't have this business account. You know what I'm saying? Because it's related to cannabis. Because in the way that it stands right now, though. But like I was saying, I think if it was a situation where the states can just regulate the shit. The feds step out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Any state that's legal, handle their business, and regulate it how it should be. And, and allow them banks, to be able to, function with them businesses,
Yeah.
because it would make it a lot better. It's like, they do have companies that you can go to that, that hold your, that'll hold your money and do all this kind of different stuff like that though. But to be able to have the traditional form of a fucking business, okay, I have a bank account with US Bank, or I have a bank account with Chase Bank, a business account. That's a whole different look than to have to go through a third party to be able to, filter or funnel your money through that shit, or, to keep your money there.
How you feel if they just take it off of Schedule 1 and then put it on Schedule 3? You know what I'm saying? Because you already know if you take it from here and you put it on 3, certain doors is going to open automatically.
Yeah.
No changes, whatever it is, whatever allow this door to open once it get to 3, let them open.
Yeah.
How you feel about that one? How you think the game will go then? We're not changing shit, but whatever level we drop this to, all the doors is open for it.
I think,
Won't that allow banking?
and it's a might though.
Motherfuckers who got these big pharmaceutical companies, they got it right. These motherfuckers
Yeah.
selling steroids and shit, they got it right.
But it's a might. But I'm gonna keep it 100. I believe a lot of these companies, like we was talking about earlier, a lot of these companies, these larger companies that's already in the mix, they know how to twist that money, and how to filter that money. You know what I mean? Out of
I
that.
think it's wording too, though. You know what I'm saying? The more you know about certain things, though, you know what I'm saying? You can word it in the aspect to where it's like it's not so negative.
Right.
It's not gonna give you that look to where it's like, nah, I don't want to touch it, because it's worded in the aspect to where it's like, you know what I'm saying? A certain root of it is hidden.
Yeah.
You tasting the sizzle, so I'm gonna give you the sizzle.
Yeah.
You gonna miss, you know what I'm saying, the whole bite and the chewing process of it.
Yeah. Yeah. On the real though, man. But it's another thing I think rescheduling could possibly do. And I ain't even gonna say could. I think it will do if they do reschedule it. I think it's gonna drag the situation out as far as it being decriminalized. I think.
But if they take it off their schedule, though, wouldn't that shit like automatically happen? Because it's criminalized because of the Schedule 1.
No, but it's just, if you think about it, it's just like if you get caught with a certain amount of codeine, Tylenol 3s and shit like that, you might get.
It's actually federal.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So if they it's a few other so-called drugs that's in the level 3 in the Schedule 3.
About it illegally though. We talking about legal and the legal aspect of it now. You know what I'm saying? So if you in the legal aspect of it, I'm not worrying about how much I'm fucking having. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm licensed to have this shit. I'm licensed to distribute this shit.
But I don't know. But let me see. I think like when you go, just say if you go to buy NyQuil, right? A cough medicine. It's only you can't go in there and just say if it's 20 on the rack. You can't go in there and buy all 20.
Says who?
You know what I'm saying?
There's no law against it.
Yeah.
Unless the store limits it.
Yeah.
Okay, unless it's a store limit. But it's certain things that you can't just go get a whole bunch of and shit, right?
Yes. Tylenol 3 with codeine to be one of them.
But that's like over the counter though. That's not over the counter.
It's over the counter, but to be prescribed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which would be the same thing, like if it drops to a 3, to the Schedule 3. I believe, you know what I'm saying, you can have a doctor, they can prescribe it for you.
Yeah.
You know
I think it'll open up more in a medical sense.
That totally.
But then it allows, damn, it's like a cold,
on the recreational aspect of it. That's why I'm asking it.
Yeah, it's a cold catch and shit though, because even in a medical form though, you know what I'm saying? It opens up a whole bunch of more eyes and shit to where they can, do more research. Now we finna see, okay, weed can impair you. Weed can, it has a lot of cons and all this different kind of shit.
As any medication.
Right.
Any
right.
medication can impair you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The like with certain over-the-counter medications, use responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the shit word for it, but use responsibly, keep away from kids.
Yep.
As an adult, responsible person, you can read this shit, you can abide by it. All right, use responsibly. Okay. Keep away from kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do that, you know what I'm saying, the kids can get to the Tylenols, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you use it irresponsibly, you know what I'm saying, you can take 4 instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As it is with anything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like to put that up on it, it's like shit. Sheesh. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really, so it really all comes down to the actual, you know what I'm saying, the user of it. You know what I'm saying? Where if me, Serpo, is the medical user of this Skywalker OG, you know what I'm saying? If I leave this Skywalker OG, you know what I'm saying, for a kid to get a hold to it, I'm irresponsible. That's not the Skywalker OG or the weed, you know what I'm saying, fucking up this kid or whatever it is. That's my irresponsibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we take ownership and be responsible for our own shit, man, we can like get through this shit.
Right. But I think it's still, even with it dropping down to a Schedule 3, right? I think it's still certain things that come with it, because the way they quote unquote say is still a lot of unknowns about weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a lot that some of these companies and shit like that, some of these officials want to find out about. It's still a lot more they want to find out about weed and shit though. You know, so I think this is why I think, and with them rescheduling it, it's
like
not going
rocket science.
Right. And with them rescheduling it, it's not necessarily going to decriminalize it. You know what I mean? Because it's still a level to it. It's still a level to it that'll still be quote unquote criminal.
But now, like, if it go to the Schedule 3, now, like, wouldn't that go into the intent of what something was?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus to just like being like, all right, bam, you a criminal just because it's Schedule 1, you already fucking up.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Go to number 3, what's your intention? You know what I'm saying? You can explain your intention to where it's like, all right, we on this side of the spectrum.
But that's why
that's
it's
the
a certain
leeway
level.
Get,
and then if you think about them other drugs that they have on there, that's for prescriptions for certain things. So then it becomes just like I forget the president, the governor in Florida that was saying that, you know, he was gonna run for president.
DeSantis.
But saying that you know, if he win or whatever, he's not gonna legalize it for adults, recreational use for adults. So I think the way it came out in the past before it got legalized, when it was just medical, because they had medical for a long time. Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot of these motherfuckers that want to get it to that level to where it's just medical. You know, it's on a medical level. And then if you think about it, if they reschedule it, it's gonna open up a lot of pharmaceutical companies. Now, you get these pharmaceutical companies, now they gotta you know, they're gonna be making medications, you know, adding that shit to certain medications. They might mix it with the Tylenols, or mix it with this or mix it with that. So it creates a whole, it's some pros with it, but it creates a whole fucking nother monster to where it's like, what's next and shit though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like keeping with the rescheduling, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, so really, what's your point of your rescheduling? Because it's like, if you're going to have still the same restrictions on there, you might as well keep the shit where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we deal with what we have now. But if you're going to take it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, certain restrictions is let go.
Mm-hmm.
Let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Let us go on and like, you know, going about our Mary Jane way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. My whole thoughts just like left. Shout out to Magic Kingdom, bro.
Yeah,
I'm feeling magical right now.
Man, shouts out to the Magic Kingdom. No, because when you talk in the midst of what you saying and you just forget, them motherfuckers is magic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
well,
I found a comment to your point. Let me put this on the screen real quick. I thought this was interesting. This is a great move by the U.S. government. While tobacco and alcohol have been studied and researched for many years, THC is not, mostly because as a Category 1 drug, research is heavily restricted. But as the HHS reclassifies to a Category 3, THC will be readily available to be studied. As a physician, I'm interested to know what harms or benefits the drug will bring, especially since it's being used by so many Americans. So that leads to what you were talking about in regard to like it now having more access to be studied and then potentially used for other potential benefits.
Yeah.
Look, my problem with that. I'm hazy on the year and the dates and shit though. No, but because it's like when a physician like this say, "All right, I'm ready for the information, like for me to dig extensive into it." When they first put this shit up there to be on a Schedule 1, you had several researchers. You know what I'm saying? Like put the information out there. Like, man, this is a medical benefit. This is not. You know what I'm saying? It's not making you do this. Oh, it's not making you do that. This is beneficial for this, beneficial for that. Before I was even fucking born.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for a physician to come up here and say some shit like that, yes, kudos. You know what I'm saying? Because we do need the information out there. But if you get up off your little high horse or your ass or whatever, you would know that way back in like the 60s, 70s or some shit, it was proposals sent, you know what I'm saying, to the White House, to the president, whoever the fuck is supposed to go to. This is not harming us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are all the significant benefits of cannabis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm in my late 30s. You know what I'm saying? So I've been living, you might as well say 40 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? So in 40 years, you mean to tell me you did not know that these have certain medical specific benefits?
Man.
So by you sitting here saying it's going to open the door for more research, the fucking evidence is already out there. But it's cool that you're going to get it.
How credible those people were viewed back in the 60s. So
but that same information is actually being renewed and being, fact-checked today? So when they fact-check it today,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm finna say. It's fact-checked as being factual, and we finding out extra benefits than what we actually knew back then. We're not finding out less benefits. We finding out actually more. That's making that shit back then even more prominent for today.
But you know what though? Just to bypass all the bullshit though, you know who fucked this shit up though? And who lied to us? You know what I'm saying? President Biden. What the fuck? Like straight up though. When he was running for president, you know what I'm saying? Him and the vice president, Kamala Harris, what the fuck was they preaching? What the fuck was they saying? He said when he get in office, what was gonna happen? He was gonna decriminalize cannabis. That was part of his motherfucking run, presidential run.
We down there in this 4th year. We ain't seen that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't happening. And then it was like in the same token that they saying all this shit though. He get in office, every time it's a press conference, they actually, you know, are asking his staff and shit though, are asking Kamala, you know, what's going on with the decriminalization? Oh, we're too busy worried about other stuff right now. Basically, in so many words, to worry about that though. You know what I mean? But then, okay, yeah, you want to throw out a little chip. Oh, okay, we gon' knock these people with federal charges for, you know, small levels of cannabis off. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you decriminalize this shit like you said you was gonna do, we wouldn't be going through none of this shit though. You know what I mean? It'll still be like we talk about big business, small business, you know, it'll still be that aspect of this, but we wouldn't have to be worrying about all this other shit, lowering it to a Schedule 3. The shit'll just be fucking legal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think like one of the major things right there, because it's like it'll change the dynamic of things as far as like, you know, you got different classes, you got upper middle, upper higher, this, that, and that. Do you think like once they decriminalize that shit, because it's like it's really towards the black and brown. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Now, do you believe like if it's decriminalized, you know what I'm saying, now our businesses as far as within this right here will thrive as far as like the safe banking and medical and everything else. You know what I'm saying? It would like crime rates would go down, and it's like it'll be a balancing scale.
Yeah.
You think that's what they're scared of?
I think so. I think so because it creates, it creates an opportunity. Like we always talk about the big business and all this big business, small business and shit though. But like just really in this conversation we having right now and just thinking about like how your perspective be and shit though. You know what I'm saying? I could say, if you a company, if they did do that and you a company that's pushing and they did legalize it and shit though, it might make it, it might make it be a way to where you can strategize to where you can still fucking win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even being a smaller business, dealing with the bigger business competition and shit like that though. Cause like you say, with the quality of your shit, the quality gonna always win for most people, especially when you're dealing with cannabis, cause you want to get some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go buy some shit and get some shit and it's boo-boo, but it's a good price. That ain't gonna make you happy. You rather have a decent price and some good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll pay for it, some expensive shit if it's some good. Some people, will do that and shit though. But I think, man, I put all this shit, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I put all this shit on fucking Joe Biden. Cause that was his whole fucking pitch, man. You know what I'm saying? That was his whole pitch. We gonna decriminalize it. We gonna decriminalize it and shit like that, though.
That motherfucker been having problems. He been having family problems. His motherfucking self. Ain't his son getting cracked with pistols and drugs and shit like that?
Right,
Like,
right. So it's
old ass ain't got no time for that shit. And they said Kamala Harris is like, you know what I'm saying? They like, that's clone Tyrone. That's not the real Kamala Harris.
Oh, they said that's clone Tyrone?
Yeah, that's not the real one.
So clone Tyrone, man, y'all need to reprogram that motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Solomon, you seen that movie? They clone Tyrone?
No, but I heard all about it in about 20 different podcasts.
Hey, but yeah, it's a good look though, man. But I think go ahead.
Look, real fast though. I like even though, you know what I'm saying, we sit here, we having a conversation about like the state of cannabis pretty much. You know what I'm saying? From Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Even with all the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, that's actually involved in it. Like once you hire motherfuckers, come down into the trenches of it. And what I mean by come down into the trenches of it, these expos, these fucking festivals where you can come down and you can actually interact with enthusiasts, connoisseurs, sellers, you know what I'm saying, growers, all that shit. And you can get like a real in-depth part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that part right there is fucking lovely. You know what I'm saying? You go in, you know what I'm saying, you meet genuine motherfuckers. When you get in, you get to meet genuine people that know about this shit and that can give you these, you know what I'm saying, these good experiences and shit about it.
Right.
That's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's booming at to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ask me what's your opinion on the state of cannabis, like shit, it's cool to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker like yes, on the business aspect of it, I'm not versed right there, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, shit, ain't nothing for sale. But if you know something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And it's like when I meet the people and I'm around, it's like I don't even gotta be around the people. You can look on the other side of the room. Them motherfuckers is having fun.
Facts.
Look behind you. Them motherfuckers over there is having fun.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you come down, that shit is booming right there. But once you too high up and you focus on just the black and white of this shit, the legalization of it, come on down here to where we at, bro. You'll have a different perspective.
For real. And just even talking about the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis.
I'm not mad at his viewpoint.
You know what? I mean, you really, man, it's
because
like
that's
this, man.
fucked up. You come across bud with fentanyl in this shit.
Right.
I mean, like, come on, you fucking the game up. Just go through the process, you know what I'm saying? Meet some good motherfuckers that's gonna get like good bud. Or you grow some good bud.
But then you think about it though, if you getting the bud that got fentanyl in it and shit, right? It's obviously haven't been tested. So you obviously not going through the right procedures to get your green.
See, now you going on the legal aspect. If you going to old Johnny up the street, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, that shit ain't been no FDA fucking process.
Yeah, you don't know.
You just know that's some, you know and you trust that this is a good grower. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got a license for this shit or not. You know what I'm saying? If you coming in with some fentanyl-laced shit, you is the motherfucker that's fucking the game up.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Keep that fentanyl shit somewhere else. If you gotta lace your bud and shit, go to the other gang with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let the flower be the flower, bro.
That's because it don't need nothing else added to
You know
it
what I'm saying?
unless you adding some more THC as in the form of the shatter. You know what I'm saying, or the wax,
Or
shit like
sativa,
that,
or a hybrid,
or
or indica.
You know what I'm saying? It don't need no other additive. You know what I mean? But I think Governor DeSantis is
DeSantis.
you know what I mean?
He remind me, what's that shit? Los Santos,
Los
GTA.
Santos. Yeah. I think though, because when you think about a politician and shit though, what's behind it though? You know what I'm saying? What's behind him? You know,
the people is behind him, but he has his own agenda.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like really like what's behind that, you know what I'm saying? The parents, you know what I'm saying? Of come on, it's
like
already not
but
cool.
Look, like you say all the time, be more responsible then.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? But
go to a legal dispensary. If you don't know where you getting your shit from, go to a legal dispensary to where you can get your shit.
It's not aimed toward them though, cuzzo. That's not aimed toward them.
But it's gonna touch them though.
Exactly. But that's aimed towards old Johnny at the block. Because, you know what I'm saying, our 13, 14, 16-year-old kids, they can't go into the shop and get this shit.
Right.
But you can go to old Johnny up the street and get it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's up to old Johnny up the street to like, not saying it's up to you. Handle your
Because Johnny might not know either though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that's where it's aimed to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's less so of the irresponsible adult, but more so on the, you can say, anxious kid.
Yeah.
Or adolescent, as you want to say. Right. They're going to go and get that shit on the streets.
Man.
That's where it's aimed at. It's not aimed like really towards the legal shit, but the legal shit is getting taxed for it.
Facts. Yeah. Man, it's a cold game out there, man. I just think let's get this shit together, man. Let's let us stoners be happy.
Look, this is just a quick story though. I was probably about like 14. You know what I'm saying? Like bad in the project and shit, ripping and running. Got some weed. Bomb is a motherfucker. Like at the time, me and my partner spoke. The bomb is a motherfucker. Don't you know? Like inside the project hallways. You know what I'm saying? The project building is long as a motherfucker.
Right.
You get in the middle of the hall of the alleyway. You know what I'm saying? And you on the streets over there. We see one time way over there on the streets. Now, mind you, we just off of weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably rolled this motherfucker up in a chocolate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Chocolate Swiss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's like, we got some bomb weed, so it's like, all right, we finna give ourselves a little taste.
Chocolate, yeah.
So, bam, we smoked the weed. You know what I'm saying? We sitting there, we like we blow.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing when you blow? We sitting there, we laughing, we clowning and all that shit. But we get to that point, we on a weed, you know what I'm saying? We on a brick wall. We posted, bam. One time, pull up. They flash their lights, you know what I'm saying, from way over there. Boom, we could have got on and like left you in the dust.
Yeah.
But it's like, it seemed like the light just flashed like that, bam. But it seemed like it took for fucking ever. But they just walked up on it, just like this, like, bam, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I tell that story to say, like, any other time a motherfucker smoke weed and be straight functional.
Right.
I go back to this time right here, like, was my weed laced? You know what I'm saying? Because I was stuck. Yeah. Me and the homie, we was literally stuck.
Was that y'all first smoke? Was that y'all first smoke for the day?
Fuck no. Okay, nigga, this is like late night. This like one of them late nighters.
Oh,
okay, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
we in the it's a late nighter. You know what I'm saying? We around there, you know what I'm saying?
Maneuver, yeah.
We stuck. Ain't no way in fucking hell. I'm happy it wasn't no enemigos and no shit like that in that time frame. You know what I'm saying? But it's like fun to just come up on you like this and you know all the project cuts and shit. Was my shit laced because the nigga was just stuck? Or was the weed just that bomb?
It probably was just that bomb.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Hey, look. Before we close it out, though, we want to talk about some cannabis and hip-hop shit. You know what I mean? All right, so Wu Tang member Raekwon, he opening up a dispensary, you know what I'm saying, in New York called We About to Blow.
That's dope. I think that's dope.
Yeah, shout out to Raekwon, man. You know, and a lot of these artists that's you know, shining lights on the cannabis industry and shit like that, though. So look, I got a story like with Jeezy. So Jeezy told this story in an interview. He said that he smoked some bad weed one time back in the days, and it had him tripping. You know what I mean? So he said he quit smoking weed for like 10 years. Now I want to ask you though, like, do you think he was tripping for quitting smoking for 10 years? And if you was in that situation and you smoked some weed and it had you tripping, would you quit smoking weed, period?
On the circumstances of me being like, you talking about like if it's Jeezy, right?
Right.
Now he popping
Right.
at this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, yep, I probably would. Because it's like if I smoke some weed, you know what I'm saying, and it's like my shit could have got like laced or whatever it may be and it got me tripping, that I can fuck off my whole career or some shit over just like, you know what I'm saying, a feeling or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a hiatus. That shit, like, fuck, nigga, I got a whole journey ahead of me. I ain't trying to stop my journey.
To just smoke some shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that shit, though. Good answer, guys. Yeah, I mean, good answer. Yeah, I mean. But look, one more thing. Lil Durk turned down $200,000 for a cannabis promo, just posting a video on Instagram. $200,000 because he out of being loyal to one of his friends that has a cannabis company called Smirk. So like in that same situation, just say like if you had a partner, you know what I mean, that had a cannabis brand though, but you know, you about your bag, you got a family. Yeah, you got money and all that shit though, but you got a family, you got shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And you get offered $200,000. You know what I mean? Just to put a post up. It might have been a story post.
Mm-hmm. Have I did the same thing for my homie?
Yeah.
And it's like, this my partner, like we straight, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is kind of like your competitor or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
If it's that serious, you know what I'm saying? I'll holler at my homie. You know what I'm saying? If we got that report, I'll holler at him and be like, man, we're like, shit, I'm running this by you. You know what I'm saying? This is an opportunity I have.
Man.
Now we homies. Now
Yeah.
I'm talking to my homie now. This is an opportunity that's up on the board for me. You know what I mean? I just got to shout him out. I know you got your shit going. How you feel about this?
On the real.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if this my homie, you know what I'm saying? If he give me an in-depth and a suitable reason as far as like, nah, this my competition or whatever it may be, I will turn that shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In support of you.
Yeah.
But if it ain't nothing going on, you know what I'm saying? You ought to give me your motherfucking blessing.
Right. If it's
You know
just
what I'm saying? To go on and get the chili.
Yeah, if it's just the fact, and the way I look at it too, is like if it's just the fact that y'all both selling the same shit.
Now, if
that's some bullshit right there.
Now, if it's the same shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, even without my homie.
Just, no. I mean, just y'all both selling weed. You know, y'all both selling the cannabis product. That's what I'm saying. If it come down to that,
man, I'm promoting your shit for free, probably.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You mean, hey, I can't promote this nigga. I'm promoting. Give me my two.
Facts.
Two of them.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
And if that's gonna break my friendship with my homie, nigga, give me two of them.
Give me two of them. And then look, I'm gonna say it like this though. I don't know the whole story of the getting down though. Mm-hmm. That was just the headline of the shit though, as far as him turning down the $200,000 because in support of his friend that has a cannabis business. You know what I mean? So
that's a strong little like support right there. You know what I'm saying? If that's it, whoever that homie is, man, you gotta pay your homage to where it's due. That nigga, he passed up two of them
for you. You know what I'm saying? For your brand and shit.
That nigga, fuck that nigga. He passed up like that nigga. Durk got probably like 6-7 kids, don't he?
Man,
he passed up all that shit. You know
what you think, Solomon, in that realm? If that was you was Lil Durk.
Nigga, give me the chili.
All right. Here's what I think. First of all, if this guy it's going to be one of two things. Either Durk feels like he has so much money, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Or it's that, if this guy
he already said it's for his homie.
No. But if this company offered him $200,000, think about this now. Mm-hmm. Then if that means they can afford to offer him that much, obviously his buddy can't because his buddy's not offering him $200,000.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if they can offer him that, then that company is already way bigger than his buddy anyway. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So there really is no competition. So I don't necessarily agree with the whole thing of He did it to support. He did it to support in a way because he felt like he didn't need the money, I think.
Yeah, I had that thought too,
yeah.
though. You know what I mean? Kind of had that thought.
This I ain't gonna say the people names and shit though. You know what I'm saying? But it's a scenario like that actually just happened. You know what I'm saying? It's a group of people, you know what I'm saying? All right, I got this cannabis brand, you know what I'm saying, and you got this show, you know what I'm saying? Support my show, like put it up in the background or whatever it is. Now, I want to say they had, you know what I'm saying, some money on the table to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now this is we homies.
Right.
Another brand come, we not homies with this other brand, but they offer me something bigger than what you offering.
Right.
The motherfucker came to the homie and was like, man, this is what been offered to me. They trying to offer me this right here. Can you match that? The homie like, no, I can't match it. But the homie say, go on and get your money. And they went and made the deal over there.
With no hard feelings.
With no hard feelings.
That's business.
You know what I'm saying?
That's business.
And that's why I just put that story out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers, like, if you know the shit, you know the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's out there, though. You know, you got real solid motherfuckers like that. And I just seen some shit to where it's like, they still super fucking tight. Even though, like, you know what I'm saying? You not like, I ain't gonna say supporting. Even though you're not broadcasting my brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you broadcasting these motherfuckers' brand, nigga, we still homies.
Oh, everything. It shouldn't change nothing though. You feel me?
Really?
Because you gotta understand though, at the end of the day, this person got shit to do, bills, family, kids, whatever. Same as you. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So, man, we gotta make this shit work and twerk though, man. But look, we want to thank everybody for tapping in and tuning in with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Let's do it again. And let's do it again and let's do it again. Best way to smoke.
Hit that like button, subscribe, drop a comment, hit that notification bell, and then go and tell some friends. And then fall into a magic kingdom.
Man. And fuck with the best way to smoke.